Welcome to Flourish in 5. My name is Heather Lottinen, and every Friday I share a story, a lesson, or a quick idea with the goal of helping you gain a new perspective. If you could please leave a comment, and share with your friends, I would really appreciate it. I have a reminder posted next to my desk that reads, "The way someone else perceives what you do is a result of their own experience, which you can't control, their own preferences, which you can't predict, and their own expectations, which you don't set." And then underneath of that, I wrote, "It is okay to be misunderstood." If your choices don't match their expectations, that is their concern, not yours. The most important thing on this reminder for me is that it is okay to be misunderstood. I hate being misunderstood. I don't know why that triggers me, but it really does. And I wonder if you can relate to that, but also the way someone else perceives what you do. It's based on their own lens, their own experience, and you obviously can't control that. So I wanted to share a story where this really applied for me. Recently, we got together with a group of people we hadn't seen since prior to the pandemic. And before the pandemic, my son was 12 years old, and after the pandemic, he is 13 and a half, and he has a different voice. He looks different. He's grown a foot. He sounds different. Everything is different about him. So I made this joke. We were standing in a big group of people, and I said, "Hey, just in case you guys don't recognize, this is my son, Evan. He now sounds like a man," and it was funny. And I was reintroducing Evan to some people he hadn't seen in a very long time. And there was a person there who looked at me when I said that and said, "Wow, you really like to embarrass people, don't you? You just love to embarrass him, whatever it takes." And I was so shocked by that comment that it jolted me physically, because my intent was not to embarrass my son. I'm very proud of my son, and I was excited for these friends that we hadn't seen in a long time to see him. I'm proud. I'm happy. There was no ill intent. There was no trying to embarrass. There are two things that I don't have any tolerance for. Therefore, I try not to do them. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I try not to embarrass people. I want to lift people up. I want to elevate them. I want to leave them better than I found them. I want to feel good about being around me. So embarrassing someone is the very dead last on my list. I wouldn't even consider it. And if I did embarrass someone, it would be totally unintentional. And second is sarcasm. We've talked about this in previous episodes. It means to tear flesh. It's not funny. Nobody is laughing. You think you're funny, but it's your way of being mean. I just don't care for it. So when this person said that I was embarrassing my son, I laughed internally, because I had this experience, and it happened really quickly. I came to this realization that had this occurred a few years ago, I would have been really triggered. I would have been mad. I would have explained, "No, I'm not trying to embarrass him. And why are you such a jerk?" And I would have tried to defend myself. I just would have been upset. There would have been an emotional response to something like that. But when this person said that, I was instantly, always calm and at peace, because I knew my intent and my heart, which was not to embarrass him. And I also know that how this person sees me is based on their own experience, their own life. And to go back to the little note I have posted, the way someone else perceives what you do is a result of their own experience, which you can't control, their own preferences, which you can't predict, and their own expectations, which you don't set. You guys, the reason I'm sharing this story is because the stuff we talk about here on the podcast and the books we read together, they work, and it really matters, and it changes lives, and it changes how you approach situations in your life. I shared this story with my husband several days later, because it didn't even bother me. It wasn't even on my mind, which again is so funny, because I know myself from the past. I would have been telling him about it and complaining, and it literally didn't bother me. And I was so happy. I just wanted to smile and laugh, because I thought, your words don't impact me like they used to, because I'm not the same person, and I'm not going to take on your experiences or what your lens is, but I don't embarrass people. And I don't use sarcasm. All right, everybody relax. Every once in a while, I'll have a sarcastic comment, but I know what it means and I know what I'm doing when I do it. I'm well aware of this. So I would encourage you to continue to pursue your personal growth and development, even if you haven't seen changes in your life yet. If you start to pay attention to different experiences and how you feel and how you are reacting currently as compared to how you maybe would have reacted in the past, there's absolutely a difference. There is a compound effect that takes place over time, and it is absolutely worth it. I hope that you found this useful. I'll see you in the next episode.